something to be ashamed of. But what I'm ashamed of is this government allowing, supporting and funding the barbaric experiments that happen in the laboratories in this country. Don't forget it's because of this government that Oxford University were able to complete and open their new animal torture lab, because they made damn sure that would happen. Don't forget it's because of this government that Huntingdon Life Sciences is still operating, because they bent all the rules and the regulations. Now we know that the suffering that animal experiments cause to animals is astronomical to sentient, living, feeling creatures that can suffer both physically and psychologically. The things that the experimenters do to the animals would be considered torture if it was done to people. But they say it's okay, because animals are worth less than people, because they are disposable. But if we look throughout history, abuses have happened time and time again to those that were considered as not as important or different than those in power. Bullies and opportunists have always picked on those who are unable to defend themselves whilst trying to justify it. But there is no justification for deliberate torture or for the abuses of non-consenting individuals. Does that make us loonies? Does that make us extremists? No, I don't think so. I think that just makes us people that give a damn. So let's continue to give a damn. And over this next year, let's do whatever we can to help the animals in laboratories. Because if you were in those labs, if you were being burned, scalded, electrocuted, having the top of your head sliced off, and electrodes forced into your brain, then you'd want people to be doing everything they could to get you out of there. The animals deserve no less.
Yes, like a lot of people, my health is not 100%. But that doesn't mean I want animals to suffer on my behalf. None of us are so important, either as individuals or as members of a species, that animals should be told that they've been killed in labs with the intention of us gaining advantage. But of course we don't benefit, because as long as you just said, the animals data obtained from safety testing and disease research is junk. It doesn't help human medicine at all.
poisoned and burned, subjected to painful and invasive procedures in basic research, horribly deformed and mutilated in genetic and cloning research, used in warfare research to test conventional, biological and chemical weapons, and poisoned, gassed, burned, blinded, paralyzed and brain damaged to test chemicals used in industrial, agricultural and household products. Over 12 million animals are used in Europe each year, and Britain, to our shame, uses the most, over 3 million animals, with thousands more bred and killed for their body parts. All great social changes throughout history have only come about when the majority demands change. We have to get public support on our side. Pressure will only work when enough people condemn the use of animals in research, and they will only do this when they know what is involved, both to the animals and to their own health and survival. Animal experimentation relies on secrecy to survive, and the majority of the public simply don't know or don't believe what is happening in laboratories.